In 2020, the Deschutes Public Library wanted to come up with a more meaningful way to evaluate employees.
We did an employee engagement survey in August of 2020, and one of the areas that we measured was performance assessment, performance management. We were really surprised that over half of our folks weren't getting performance reviews. And when we did our audit for our process, realized that we had a product that was outdated, and really people were just checking the boxes, but it really didn't have a lot of meaning to the individuals who were doing the assessments or who were receiving them.
It really goes back to, what does the staff need to be successful?
We needed to make connections with staff that our previous system just wasn't quite cutting it. What I was really excited about is our HR team came back with some really dynamic ways to connect with staff.
So we were going out and training and saying, here are the expectations. We want our staff members to build this relationship with their supervisors, to feel comfortable and confident, and have those ongoing meetings so that the staff person can raise their hand and say, I have a question about this, or I'm struggling here, or I have this idea that I really want to work on, and here's a goal that I have. And the supervisor's there to support and coach them.
This is a solution that we've been looking for years, and really, I have to say, it went way beyond what I expected to get.
You don't necessarily have to recreate the wheel. SDAO does have a lot of resources that they can give other districts. I know that there's some really great strategic HR relationships both inside SDAO and externally that they've brought in, and we did tap some of those folks and resources along the way to help us make sure we also had a compliant process as well as a meaningful one.
You know, one of the pieces that was really integral in this performance management program, you think performance management and you think, oh, here's an annual review or the check-ins that I mentioned. But there was another layer that actually happened before we even put out the performance management system, and that was coaching. We invested in our leaders, and that was anybody that supervised someone. So in our organization, it's our supervisors and our managers. And we started in-house, where we developed a coaching program, and it was over 3 sessions. Every single leader went through it. We had a book, The Coaching Habit, that we used as a baseline, and they learned about what questions to ask to move away from managing and into coaching. Understand that it is going to take time. If you're looking for something that you can just grab and go with, you certainly can, but it's probably not going to be successful. You need to take that year to put in the work so that when you go and launch, your success rate's going to be much higher. It's going to be worth it, and I can attest to that. We had a recent employee engagement survey that we did just this last August in 2022, and from 2020, whereas performance management was the lowest scored, that had the largest dip in engagement satisfaction prior, it was now the highest. So it was such a eye-opening moment for us to see that that work that we put in really did pay off. And I will also say the work is never done. We are about to go out with some additional surveys to see where we're at now. The versions are going to continue, and that's what you have to do in order to just to continue to support your staff and know that you have to make tweaks and changes, because every single person changes every day, and so does the organization.